Sadistic Penguin Studios presents the At the Show podcast with Tom Yumper Garcia.
Okay, you people sit tight, hold the fort, and keep the home fires burning. And if we're not back by dawn, call the president.
And Tony Chalsa Burt.
I don't know this industry jargon, YP, MP, whatever, okay? All I know is that I cannot get a record contract. We cannot get a record contract unless I take these tapes.
It's almost time, so grab a drink, get your popcorn ready, and join the film discussion with two guys from Chicago talking movies.
We are live and back, and finally back to podcasting. Hello, I am one of your co-hosts, Tom Yumper Garcia, and I'm with my other co-host, Tony the Sugar Baggy Burt. This is the At the Show podcast, presented to you by Sadistic Penguin Studios. How you doing, my friend? Long time no see.
Doing good. How are you doing, my man?
I am doing well,
my
friend.
Am I stuck here? Did you hear me?
No, you're good. You're good. I can see you.
How you doing,
Nope.
my man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Really looking forward to the show today.
That is good to hear. Good to hear.
You are stuck. You're stuck now. Tony has his picture perfect
I am.
camera right now.
A second here. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Oh. All right. Well, Tony dips out. I'm going to tell us about the rundown of the show. We are sorry we have been missing for the past couple weeks. We had something come up, and then unfortunately we got hit by tornadoes, both the Chicagoland area and the Indiana area, along with other places around the United States. And it hit Indiana pretty hard. I know Chicago was hit pretty hard. I know places like Burbank didn't have power for a long time. So we had to cancel last week's show and move it to this week. But we are here. We did not stop podcasting. It's just life kind of gets in your way sometimes. But today we are looking forward to a really big show with some like chill topics. We're going to be talking about stuff that inspired movies, more particularly toys that inspired films. Me and Tony are going to give our 5 and 5 and dice it up here. Again, we are not using any notes. Tony is he's back.
I'm back.
Tony, I was just telling everyone how we had the whole trouble with the weather, and then they're finally back, and we're going to be talking films that were inspired by toys.
I'm excited. To jump into this topic head first.
Yes, sir. We did not give each other any idea of what we're going with, so we could pick the same movies. We could pick totally different films, kind of like a mixed bag. You never know what you're going to get. Kind of like Forrest Gump says, box chocolates and all that other crap. But with that tone, my friend, let's go into our usual segment, my friend, of what we've been watching.
Let's do it.
That's a me. And also, what were you just watching?
So what were you watching, my friend?
Two movies I watched. Well, I watched more than that, but these are the two movies that I picked. I picked Send Help, which is a brand new Sam Raimi movie that did very well at the box office recently, and it is now streaming on Hulu. So I decided that it was time. I checked it out, and like all of other Sam Raimi's movies, for the most part, I thought it was really awesome. Rachel McAdams gives a really, really good performance. Dylan O'Brien plays a really good prick in the movie. You know, he does that job very well, considering he comes from The Maze Runner. So you're not expecting too much, but to see them be stuck on this island and there's lots of twists and turns. Typical Sam Raimi. It reminds me of like a drag. If you like something like a Drag Me to Hell, it's quite not like that, but it's cool in its own way. So if you have not seen Send Help, I definitely suggest that one.
Is this out in theaters or is this on streaming?
It was in theaters.
Okay, awesome.
It grossed I think $400 million. It was one of the big hits of the year so far, but now it is streaming on Hulu. You can catch it now after its theatrical run.
Cool.
Also, another huge hit, directed by Paul Feig, who did the Ghostbusters remake, and he also did what's the one? Oh, the Bridesmaids. But he is now back with The Housemaid, which has Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried in it, and it's got a really cool thriller type of twist, and it's got a really cool vibe that gives you those Fatal Attraction type of those type of movies from the 80s, if you enjoy those movies. But again, this one did very well at the box office, and both of these movies were just two that I happened to escape me. And but I watched this one. This one is now streaming on Stars, but it's a really good movie if you get a chance to watch this one. Sydney Sweeney is blowing up all over the place.
Yeah, she her star is rising. I know she got really big with the Euphoria, which was, you guys did a great little breakdown of that show, you and Adam. Also, I know she released a lingerie line now.
Yeah,
I believe so. So she's blowing up.
Yeah,
and she was at the Knicks game, and everybody was all excited about that.
Oh yeah, that was pretty crazy. What have you been watching, my man?
Before we get to what I've been watching, speaking of Sam Raimi, have you heard about the new Evil Dead that's coming out?
I've heard about it. And now, is this a connection to the last one that we happened to see?
So the last one we saw together, I was not a big fan of it. You weren't a big fan of it. But apparently this new one that's coming out is going to predate the original.
Ooh.
So it's going to be a prequel, which I'm actually kind of looking forward to see how they do the story. It kind of takes out that need for Ash. It takes out that it's a whole different story, basically preluding to what we get to. So I kind of want to see how they start up from there, and it actually got me a little excited. Maybe we have to go see this one in theater.
Yeah, that one might be a must. Horror is coming back pretty strong, and
yes,
it's a good time for it. There's a lot of movies that are currently out that are getting lots of rave reviews, so definitely check that out.
Yeah, like Backrooms. I think that movie came off Reddit.
Yeah, that's
and now it's ridiculous. Speaking of horror, though, I saw a film that is horror related called Night Patrol. Now, this film intrigued me because, one, I never heard of it. Two, the only reason I saw it was I'm one of those people that if I'm looking for a movie, I just look and look and look. I spend more damn time looking for a movie than I do watching the movie. And having all those streaming services telling, keep just clicking around and you're like, Jesus Christ. Reason I picked this movie was because CM Punk's in it. He is in it as a cop. He has a no-name role in here. I think his role is officer. But he has a pretty big part in it. He just doesn't have a name. This movie is, I guess it was trying to go by like the more, I guess, like urban style horror with like comedy in it. But it was just really bad. Justin Lee's in it. He plays a cop that used to be a sniper. And I'm like, right there, it kind of threw me off. And then you have, the main character in there that is killing these vampires. Dermot Mulroney's in this film. Dermot Mulroney. He's a bad guy.
He did a ridiculous job.
Yeah, this movie, I tried watching it all the way through, and I watched it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's just like there's a part where they're all these vampires are all coming out, and they're around smoking pot, going over their plan, and the dialogue's just really bad. I don't know if it's supposed to be funny or what. The gore, it's pretty cool, but the dialogue's just horrible. And I'm like, they set up a potential sequel to which I probably never will watch. But yeah, I spent my time watching Night Patrol. And then when I looked at the ratings, I think I got like a 3.5 on IMDb. So I'm like, that kind of goes with what I watched. But have you seen this film, Tone?
I watched it because, first of all, I really thought this poster that I saw was awesome. And I was like, first of all, people could say what they want, but generally I judge a movie by its cast. and I need to hear of somebody in the movie before I watch it. And it needed to be more than CM Punk, and it was Dermot Mulroney, who I'm a big fan of. So I sat down and I watched it, and it's pretty much what you explained. It could have been really awesome. It had a lot of cool plot points. It's just like you said, bad dialogue. But it is what it is.
Yeah, it's like
Vampires and cops.
Yeah, it's like a B-level horror film, but with better graphics. So I'll give it that. It had better graphics. Like I said, the blood part is pretty cool. I kind of got a little bit of End of Watch kind of vibes when they're driving around the police car.
Yeah.
But just I just think they kind of miscast Justin Long as the badass dude from the military. But it is funny that he goes running around the way he runs and like kills people. It makes me laugh. It made me laugh, that part, when it wasn't supposed to be funny. It was a ridiculous thing. Then during our break, I took my son to see The Mandalorian and Grogu. My son is a huge fan of Star Wars. He's been watching all the Mando episodes. He's been watching all the Star Wars episodes. He's really, really into it. That and another film that we're going to talk about later. He was really excited about this. And I've heard people say, Pedro Pascal struck out on his first Mandalorian film, the big Star Wars film, because it didn't make a lot of money. This film made, I believe, almost $400 million. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about that wise. I enjoyed it. I thought it was action-packed. There was some characters were not really used, I think, greatly, and then probably per se the character of Sigourney Weaver. But I mean, she really wanted to take that role just to be on stage with on film with Grogu. She admits it that she only wanted to be in a film with Grogu so she can, Baby Yoda. I thought it was entertaining. It was action packed. The music was good. It was like a big, giant, long episode of The Mandalorian, and that's all you can ask for. My son loved it. You have like little tidbits where you have Martin Scorsese play a alien, which I thought was hilarious. It was a pretty enjoyable movie. Bunch of action and Star Wars-esque. I would put it above Solo. And Solo was like, everybody says Solo was so bad, or the worst movie. I don't think Solo was the worst movie personally, but I would put it above that. It was very entertaining to me. Have you seen this film?
I'll start with yes, I have. I'll start with that. I walked out of the movie theater of Solo, and I didn't have. I mean, it's what this movie. It was fun. I just like to go and have some fun. I'm not no Star Wars guy who's like comparing notes in the parking lot to like past stuff. I go to all these movies, man, and I just want to have a good time, a good story. So that's what it was. If you like the Mandalorian show and you like little Grogu, I'm a huge Jabba the Hutt stand. So anything that has anything to do with the Hutts, you can count me in at the front. So I could be a little bit biased on this because they're in there, but I thought it was a good fun movie.
Yeah, a good fun movie. Like I said, it didn't really drag. The kids could follow along. From what I saw, there was a bunch of kids in the theater with me, my son. Also gave out cool little popcorn buckets. It was a fun experience, man. And to be honest with you, I really enjoyed it more, I think, because I actually took my kid, and seeing him light up while stuff was happening, I'm getting so excited, like him smiling. It really made me feel like, damn, that's like how I was when I was a kid and I watched something I really wanted to watch. So I guess I was biased in that way, but I enjoyed the film. If you haven't seen it, be sure to check it out. If you're a fan of the series, it's right up your alley. Pedro Pascal, I think, is still blowing up. I think he's a phenomenal actor, especially for somebody who doesn't have, you don't really see his face in this film too much. So he's a very good actor in terms of, with his mannerisms. And like I said, it's Star Wars, man. Like, you can't really complain about it.
No, let's just have some fun.
Yeah. I also did see, while we were out, Mortal Kombat 2. Now, I told you, I think I told you this, but I really enjoyed that film. I thought, The first one I thought was pretty decent. We did our breakdown of it, that one versus the old one. This one I thought was way better than the first one. I thought the characters were a little rushed a little bit, but I think they did it right by, introducing Baraka. Johnny Cage was great. Carl Urban was great as Johnny Cage, although Ashby I think is the better Johnny Cage, the original Johnny Cage. But this one was just as good. I enjoyed that film. I know a lot of people didn't are saying that it's gonna flop. Well, if it's a flop, they're making a part 3 because they already greenlit it. So I just think that people just need to relax. The only thing I did not like, and I think I gave it a hard time, Tony, when I talked to you about this, was they killed off Louis Tan's character. So Cole, who they spent the last movie building up, they killed him off. And I think that it wasn't per se the actor's fault. It was more the dialogue they gave him in the first film that kind of killed him off. And I think they listened to the internet critics a little bit too much. If they would just give him a better little dialogue and a little better bridge of a story, it'd have been good. Because they connected him so much with the Scorpion character that now Scorpion's kind of in limbo now, like with his connection. But this film was action packed. You've seen this one, right? Mortal Kombat 2?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. My favorite video game was Mortal Kombat 2. I love Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that's the first Mortal Kombat I ever owned on Sega Genesis, Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, that was a good one. Me too. Actually, me too.
Yeah, it came with the system.
Man, I love that game.
So that's what we watched this week. Let us know what you watched over at the After Show Pod on X, or you can let us know in the comments. Be sure to let us know what you've been watching, because we want to know, man. I'm always looking for scary movies. Tony's always looking for a different movie. And who knows, maybe your pick will be in the 31 Days of Horror, or Tony might write a blog about it, or we might talk about it on this show. You never know.
You never know.
Yes, sir, man. With that, Tone, I got a little bit of news for you today, my man.
All right, let's hit it.
So the first thing is, as we know, we talked about it before on the show, that Netflix had tried to buy the Warner Brothers studios.
Yes.
And that fell apart. Paramount got their way and they bought it, basically, that deal. I don't know if it's gone through completely yet, but that is the way it's looking. Now, today, last month, Paramount announced that they're going to combine HBO Max and Paramount Plus.
Oh, ooh. I don't know about that.
I don't know why they're. My God, it's going to be costing more.
Separate. Everything used to be like, oh, this is cool. You get the best of all the worlds. Now it's like one big giant. It's like that store in Idiocracy that's like 18 miles long. This is just. And now we're going to be, I guess that's one good thing for us. We'll just be searching on one giant streaming service all night instead of switching.
I know. I'm going to be honest, man. People cut the cord to go to stream because they're like, oh, well, they're paying so much money for, the cable. The streaming services are just as much as the cable now. Like, you have like 8 different services now.
More, yeah.
Yeah, or more. It's just,
you got. I mean, especially if you're somebody who's got like live TV, and you've got this, that, the other, because that's what they're doing. They're getting you. They're like, good show here, another good show. Oh, we got Cape Fear with Javier Bardem. You better get Apple. And you're like, oh
yeah. Oh my, that sound. Luckily, I have Apple with my iPhone, but the subscription comes free with AT&T. But yeah, man, I would have to buy that because I'm like, I saw that. I'm like, oh man, I really enjoyed the Robert De Niro Cape Fear. I enjoyed the original Cape Fear. Let's see how this one is with Javier Bardem. But that's just some news there with them merging. And that also, since Netflix had lost out on the Paramount and the Warner Brothers deal, there's been rumors going around that Lionsgate is going to be bought out by Netflix. Now, Lionsgate, of course, owns the John Wick series and is the owner of Mad Men. Netflix has denied that, though. But there are rumors that Netflix has raised 15% of its shares to buy Lionsgate. Another thing merging together, man. So The only thing I can say is if Netflix buys Lionsgate, I think they'll release more films digitally on streaming instead of in the theater, which is going to hurt the theater itself. Steven Spielberg recently came out for his new film. He's the new Alien film he released. He recently came out and said he would never do a film on Netflix because he wants everything to be in the theater. So that's one cool thing. But what do you feel about Lionsgate being possibly owned by Netflix? John Wick 5 on Netflix?
I have Netflix. I pay for Netflix, but I'm not a big fan of Netflix. I just don't. I don't like. I actually, it's something about the way theirs is set up, even compared to like HBO Max. HBO Max looks really smooth. There's something about Netflix. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. They pump out a lot of movies. Like you go on there every day, and it's like another new movie, and a lot of times they're okay, But what's their track record of having great movies? 5, 10?
Yeah, their big movie was Irishman, which came out. That was their big film that kind of launched them.
Movie.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Horrible kick. But that was like the big film that kind of put them on as because that was nominated for Oscars. But yeah, their movies are hit and miss. I mean, that's with any studio, but
that's true too.
But I think with Netflix, it's more of a, Netflix to me was always that place where, hey, I can get the movies that replace a movie rental store. I can get the DVDs. And they kind of went to the streaming services, and then they started buying up all, they bought Suits to go on there. They have How I Met Your Mother on there, I believe.
Can you
have all
remember?
these.
Do you remember the first time? I mean, you ever went on Netflix? The very first
to be honest,
one?
To watch like a show,
Or just to look through it. Like I didn't even have it. Like I think I was like at a friend's house, and I was like, "Wow,
yeah,
they have." And I did exactly what we talked about. I'm just like, "Wow!" But
yeah, it was like my uncle had Netflix
now.
Yeah, he would rent movies from Netflix, and you had to come to your house, and you had to mail them back. Yeah, I had it, but then I got it, and then it became streaming, and that part went away.
It did. Blockbusters tried it for a little while too. They tried to do the mail thing too, and it didn't.
Yeah, they kind of adapted really late to it because they thought their sister, Blockbuster model would stay long, and unfortunately they misread the market. Gamefly, remember that? They used to rent games from Gamefly.
Yeah.
And now everything's streaming too, with Xbox app, PS Live. So even that's going away. Like digital media is taking over, but people don't understand when you buy digital media, you really don't really own the product. You might own that copy, but it could be deleted off your streaming service. If that streaming service gets sold or shut down, you don't get those copies back. Only if you buy the physical copy, you actually own the product. But that's just me going on a rant. Lastly, my friend, big news in the sequel era sequel realm, that is. Tony froze again. But the big news in the sequel realm is that Jim Carrey is supposedly in talks to reprise his role in The Grinch 2.
Hello.
Now, I hear you, Tony. You're back. So I was just saying the last story I have is the big story
the story I was going to say really quick. It's crazy that Netflix offered for Blockbuster to buy them, and then they said the story exactly was in 2000. What do you call that? Netflix was struggling, and they offered to sell it to Blockbuster for $50 million, and Blockbuster said no.
Isn't that like same thing as when Google offered to sell itself to Yahoo for like $5 million?
No.
Or something like that, and they said no. Yahoo thought they were bigger, and
it's just crazy. Could that have changed the trajectory of things? I don't know.
Would Yahoo be stealing my info? Probably not.
Or Blockbuster now would be the head of everything.
Yeah. But that was no, it's okay. So the big story I had that was released, I think, yesterday is that Ron Howard is in talks to come back to direct The Grinch 2 starring Jim Carrey. So Jim Carrey is not known to take sequels. He did the Dumb and Dumber sequel, but there's been times where he's been offered the Max 2, which he turned down. I mean, there was a whole production thing about that. There's actually a funny thing that Nintendo was giving away a prize on Nintendo Power for you to be an extra in the Mask 2, which starring Jim Carrey, and that fell apart. So I don't know what the winner got of that. But he is not really a person that does sequels, and he did the Sonic the Hedgehog sequels, and now he's talking about coming back to do the Grinch too.
Ooh.
I don't know what the hell they're going to do with the Grinch because he became good.
Yeah, and I thought his big complaint was it was hell to put on all that makeup, but maybe they got a new way now.
Maybe. I mean, thing too is he's also been talking about retiring for like the longest time. So maybe he just wants to give one last thing to the fans before he goes. I mean, Jim Carrey doesn't really need to work anymore, but maybe it's just like a final thank you. I have no idea.
It's funny you should bring up Jim Carrey because this week also Ben Stiller was talking about the Cable Guy set.
Mm-hmm.
And, Ben Stiller's a comedian. I mean, he's hilarious. A lot of funny movies. And the tone between both of them couldn't have been so different on the set. Like I guess Stiller and Broderick were in one corner and Carrey was in another corner because just how ridiculous Carrey is. And just to be imagining on that set would have been ridiculous.
Yeah, and Carrey is known for getting carried away. I mean, when he was Andy Kaufman in Man on the Moon, he actually got slapped for real by Jerry Lawler because he was being a dick. But then again, Jerry Lawler is kind of a dick too, but he just was really into it. But when he was out of the role, he bought Jerry Lawler some old Elvis records and sent it to him as a thank you for doing the film with them, which I thought was kind of cool.
That's cool.
I think Jim Carrey is a really, really, really talented actor, not just a comedian, but actor. He just seeing him come up from In Living Color to go on to do like the comedy films. You got Ace Ventura. Then he pops out a Eternal Sunshine of Spotless Mind, movies like that, and then still doing comedy, but The Majestic is like a more serious role, stuff like that. Just to take that outside boundaries of what he's used to. And you've seen like Adam Sandler do it too, a Punch Drunk Love, who I also think is a great actor, but he's also classically trained. That people don't know, Sandler is a classically trained actor. Those guys, I like seeing them out of their comfort zone.
I agree. You want your actor, every actor, no matter who it is, out of your comfort zone because that's where you get some of your best work.
Yeah, I remember when Eddie Murphy did, I think, Dreamgirls. Yeah. He got nominated for an Oscar and he was out of his comfort zone and people were like praising it. So it's kind of cool to see them out of their comfort zone. And I think Jim Carrey, I would like him to see more of a dramatic end to his career, with him do more dramas. But I mean, you never know.
To your conversation recently, I think within the last week or two, The Rock came out and said he was a little disappointed he didn't get an Oscar nomination for The Smashing Machine. Do you think it's okay when an actor comes out after the fact and goes, I should have got it,
I mean,
or is it best like what's her name who played Jean Grey in the first couple X-Men movies? What's her name?
Famke Janssen?
Yes. She came out today and actually was like, I really, really, really wish they would have asked me to be in the new movie. It would have been nice, but who am I to say? When you're like, not asked and you're like, come out like that, as opposed
and
to
that's difference. I mean, I can understand that. Yeah, I can understand her wanting to be in a role because Lawrence Fishburne.
You want to be in it. Who wouldn't want to be in it?
Yeah, but I mean, even Lawrence Fishburne's guilty of that. When they did the new Matrix, he was saying no, they never talked to him about the Morpheus role, which he was disappointed in. I mean, I was a little disappointed he wasn't in that film. Jean Grey,
that could get you, like, especially a newer actress. I mean, Famke Janssen doesn't get any roles lately, so like to sit there and like complain more, everybody, whatever.
Emily Blunt was better than The Rock in The Smashing Machine. That's what Baloney says.
Yeah, hey, he isn't wrong. The Rock was kind of wooden in that movie. I didn't find him to be very Oscar worthy personally, but that was just me.
He took a big swing and he missed.
He should be nominated for The Rundown. He was better than that.
That was a good movie.
That was a good
You know,
movie.
it's kind of like Calculon from Futurama. You know, the golden actor robot that's supposed to be nominated, and he's in all those horrible movies.
Golden.
It's kind of like The Rock. I mean, you gotta realize The Rock's typecast, man. Like, if there's, unfortunately, he's typecast. Like but he kind of put himself in that role. But he makes a lot of money. I'll give him that. Like, he makes a lot of money. Like another person that's typecast, Jason Statham. It seems like every damn movie he does, he plays the same character, but he's making money doing it. You know, you guys just embrace what you are. You don't see Arnold trying to go for Oscar winning roles. The only one that was doing it was Stallone because he was an actor. He was a screenwriter.
He should have
And
got the nominations for Copland. I mean, he did go.
yeah, Copland. Yeah, he was an actor though. Like he was.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't like he didn't want to be an action star. He wanted to be an actor.
Yeah. Well,
Arnold was Arnold did fucking Hercules in New York.
dub his voice.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta embrace what you are. And sometimes there's people who make the big Oscar roles, and there's people who. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Rock was great in what's the movie with Be Cool with
I mean,
John
Rock is-
Travolta. He's a good actor. You just gotta pick those roles, man.
I mean, I'm not a Fast and the Furious guy, but he's okay in those movies.
He was fine in that what's the HBO series about football?
Oh, that's a good movie. Just Ballers. He's good.
Ballers. Yeah, he's good in there. I mean, just pick your roles. Like, I guess this was his big swing and miss, and he was kind of hurt. It happens. Get back on that horse and
Poor
keep
Rock.
going.
Oh, poor Rock.
His best acting was in Ballers. Yeah, like he was fine in that show. I mean, in Be Cool, he played a gay guy,
Hey, playing against.
and he did a great job.
Playing against
You
your
know,
touch is
Yeah, just play. A person I think that really adapts pretty well and is like hilarious too is John Cena.
Yeah, he does a good job too.
Like from his little things in the Amy Poehler films or just his minor roles that he does the Ricky Stanky movie. He's really good at doing those small little roles, and he was horrible in Fast and Furious, I thought. but I mean but you guys gotta, find something that works. Just don't be like Hulk Hogan and take Mr. Nanny,
Yeah, you don't want that. You definitely don't want that at all.
But it's kind of amazing that we had two wrestlers from kind of like the same era. Maybe Batista's a little later, but Batista's considered more of the actor, and The Rock's considered more of the action star.
Well, Batista's got more of a quiet, cool tone where Rock couldn't play those roles like in Blade Runner 2049.
Mhm.
Because you need to be like menacing. Rock isn't quite menacing. He's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's ridiculously huge. Now he's losing weight though, so maybe he might be trying to get into those roles.
He's trying. He's going to give it another go. Something's going to come up. I think he's in something new with Scorsese, if I'm not mistaken.
The Rock with Scorsese.
Like The Rock is really trying to put himself out there and like to be a real actor. I mean, don't quote me on this, but I swear I saw something. It was him or one of these wrestler guys. They're going for it. I mean, you gotta give him some kind of credit. But
No, I give him tons of credit, man. Like I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying, like, yo,
if they pull it off, it's great. It's
yeah.
like Sandler in Punch Drunk Love. He pulled it off. He did great.
So looking at his new upcoming films, The Rock is in a film called Breakthrough with Darren Aronofsky.
That might be who it is.
Aronofsky.
Could be.
He's in Lizard Music.
Lizard Music. Oh, I'd wait for
His role is Chicken Man.
that. Oh well, there you go. See, now he's really branching out.
He's in two Fast and the Furious, Fast Forever, and There's two damn Fast Forevers.
They're probably gonna split them up.
Oh my god! I thought the last one they split up the last movie. How many more damn ones do they need?
Oh, too many.
Oh man! And then the Moana. He's Maui, the live action, and then he's in another Jumanji that's in post production this year.
Well, so Darren Aronofsky, that's who it was. But still, we'll see what that's going to be about.
Yeah, put yourself out there and see what
Pain and
happens.
Gain? You ever see
Pain and Gain?
Yeah, that's not terrible.
Yeah, with Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah,
Shalhoub.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's pretty good.
I mean, for being a Michael Bay movie and The Rock, you generally like, whoa, this could be
Michael
nasty.
Bay, he don't give a shit, dude.
Oh, he
He
definitely don't give a shit.
he's got socks made of milk money. Ever hear that rap by Epic Rap Battles?
Yes,
He
yes.
don't give. He signs his checks with his nuts. He don't give a fuck. Um, but anyway, that's our news. Tone. Before we get into the films we took on to discuss, do you have anything you want to bring up in terms of news or stuff you want to talk about? I've been rambling.
No, we'll be adding some of the stuff here in with what we're talking about. I mean, we pretty much covered. I added it in there as we were going.
Cool. All right. So why don't you tell everybody why we chose this topic, my man?
We chose this topic because of the recently released Masters of the Universe, which I actually got to see in the theaters. I took my daughter to see it because I still have a lot of these action figures from the original run of Masters of the Universe. So this was going to be pretty exciting time. So I thought it's good. This is a good topic for us to graze.
Yeah, and as of now, it's made $90 million, which I'm not putting too much stock into the film, the box office, because I'm pretty sure when this film comes out on streaming, it's going to blow up.
I mean, it's Amazon, just like Netflix is the one who put their money into it, and they've already supposedly greenlit the sequels, and they said don't worry about the numbers at all. They're something I don't know that whole side of it. I can just tell you that the movie itself, I had a great time. It's how you described what do you call that? Grogu and Mandalorian. You know what I mean? It does what it was supposed to do, I think.
Dude, I loved the original one with Dolph Lundgren, and that movie is not a masterpiece. It's nowhere near a masterpiece. I love that film. So we had that little segment, which you still do, the toys. I forget what it's called.
I actually did the one on the Beast Man who's in this movie.
I had him, and he gets moldy if you get him wet. My mom had to throw him away because he got moldy. But hey, man, I'm looking forward to watching this. I haven't got a chance to see it, but I'm gonna go see it. I don't care. Yes, I'm a grown man. Gonna go see Masters of the Universe. Who gives a shit? It's He-Man, man. He was a big thing when I was a kid. I had the sword. He was the man. Even though his cartoon, looking back at it now, is hilariously bad, he was still something from my childhood, and that's probably why people are going to see these films. If they give it a good shot, I'll watch it. Baloney says he gave it 3 stars. Now, Baloney, is it better than Grogu and Star Wars? If you had to choose, would it be better than Grogu and The Mandalorian? Or The Mandalorian Grogu? Wait, and he gives us the answer on that. Tony has frozen. As you can see, I'm trying to stretch this along. No, but yes, we did pick our films equal to Grogu. Okay, so if it's equal to Grogu, then I definitely will check it out, and I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy it. It looked cool from the trailer. I know they're putting a lot of money into it, and I'm pretty sure the reason they greenlit it is because they probably have a lot of money in merchandising. The merchandise from the toys and whatnot coming in from it is probably going to bring it probably even. And like I said, when it gets on streaming, they'll make that money back because people are gonna buy it or watch it. So once that stuff is in for streaming, they'll probably make it back. Let's see if Tony has come back here. Yeah, you have no screen, my friend. But while Tony comes back, I can just go into my first film here. So the first film I'm going to be talking about today is actually the film Small Soldiers. Now, this is not based off any toy per se, because it's its own toy. It's a mockery of G.I. Joe. And, this film came out in 1998. It was a film that I didn't even see in theaters. I happened to have the box, the VHS box. I saw it at I think a Hollywood Video, and me and my brother bought it. We watched it at home, and we loved it. It became one of our favorite movies to watch when we were kids. It has a pretty decent cast. It gives you that 90s feel of kids, and there's an early Gregory Smith's in it. You got Phil Hartman, who was hilarious in it. Yeah, young Kristen Dunst. Then you have the original members of the Dirty Dozen, which is you have Tommy Lee Jones as well as Major Chip Hazard. You got Jay Moore in it, which I thought was pretty funny, as he has his counterpart David Cross in the film. And basically, it's the fact that these toy collectors are bought. Well, this toy company is actually bought by military, and the military is trying to put their money into kid stuff to make themselves more, likable to children. And so they decided to buy a toy company. They keep these two guys on, Jay Moore and David Cross, because they had a very popular toy that came out in the day, and they're going to use them to build up, the next wave of toys. Jay Moore presents Major Chip Hazard, which in his video, he breaks through the screen, which I thought was really cool. And Dennis Leary, which I find hilarious, is the person that runs the military part of the corporation. He says, wait, can he really do that? So when he tells him no, he's like, well, let's make this toy do that. So he lets them do any access to military stuff. And Jay Moore, like an idiot, puts a microchip that's worth millions of dollars that was used in espionage in the toys, and they go haywire. It was actually supposed to be a much darker film than it was.
Am I here?
Yeah, you're here, my friend. I'm talking about my first pick of my side, which is Small Soldiers, which I said isn't particularly a movie that was inspired by a particular toy besides G.I. Joe, like an original toy, but it's a film that makes fun of kind of like the G.I. Joe and how toys aren't what they are advertised as. Like I say in this film, how the toy breaks through the casing, and Dennis Leary's like, why can't it do that? So the guy gets the chips to put in that are sold for espionage and lasers and stuff to get the toys to break through and start their own freaking military AI. So maybe this is a precursor to what's going to happen. Our toys going to take over. They learn, they start attacking, and then you have Gregory Smith and Kirsten Dunst trying to stop them with Phil Hartman as Kirsten Dunst's dad, and Kevin Dunn as Gregory Smith's dad, fighting off against these toys, which I thought was particularly hilarious. What do you think about Small Soldiers, my friend?
That's a good movie. Kind of under the radar. Phil Hartman was awesome. So anytime you can get any kind of performance from him, definitely awesome. Good movie.
Yeah, and like I said, the military toys that were voiced by the actors from the 1967 war film, The Dirty Dozen. You had Tommy Lee Jones, Archie Hahn, Robert Picardo in there. I thought it was really cool that they brought them in there. And you have also Dick Miller from Gremlins as the guy who lets Alan, Gregory Smith's character, get the toys on loan to try to sell them from his dad's toy store and then that ends up causing chaos, which I think is hilarious because, Dick Miller is from Gremlins. Little Gremlins.
Just a really good movie from the 90s, really.
Yeah, a really, really good film. You got Bruce Stern in here as Link Static, George Kennedy as Brick Bazooka. The names are great. Clint Walker as Nick Nitro. You got Ernest Bernoni as Kip Killigan. And then you have like the Gwendy dolls, and they were played by really famous actors. I thought was hilarious, Tone. One of them was played by Sarah Michelle Gellar. the other by Christina Ricci. They had some really big actors in this film. Frank Langella as Archer. I don't know if I said his name right. Who else is in? Henry Shearer was Punch It. Michael McKean was
Loaded.
Frankenstein. It was loaded with a bunch of good actors, and you don't really hear this film talked about enough.
No, that's what's awesome when we talk about it.
Yes, sir. So I think I stalled long enough, Tone. Give us your film, my friend.
For my movie, I'm going to talk about is that first Transformers movie. Back to Michael Bay.
Mhm.
I really think they did a really good job with that first movie. The visuals were, I think, out of this world. I think if you're a fan of Transformers, I think they did a good job representing that. I know some people had a problem with Shia LaBeouf, but he was okay. I think my problems actually came with like part 2 and part 3.
Oh
They
God.
became like overblown machinery where like the first movie, if you just take it for what it is and look at the visuals of it and what they were trying to pull off, I thought they did a pretty good job.
So I actually had Transformers on my list. So the reason I picked it was because my son has really, really gotten into Transformers recently. And he's been watching all the live action films. He's watched all of them, including the new one, Bumblebee, and then the other ones. I stopped watching them after these 3 came out. I didn't watch the Mark Wahlberg one. I didn't watch. But the reason I like this film so much is because, one, I grew up as Transformers as a kid. When that series came out, I was really, really small. And then they did the movie where Optimus Prime dies. And they had like kind of like that new character take over for him. So that was like my first introduction to a Transformers film. And then when they had the live action one, I went with my friend who is a huge Transformers fan, like big nerd. He when Optimus Prime spoke, he said, "If God had a voice," that's what it sounded like. Then when Megatron is calling him Prime, he's like, "Oh no, you don't use the first name, last names only." He was just saying shit to make me laugh, but I'll always remember that, from the film. This film grossed over $700 million. I thought it was done very, very well. I mean, Shia LaBeouf was like really big, from Even Stevens. This is like his breakout role. I thought he did a good job. You had Megan Fox, who is making a comeback now. You had a young Tyrese Gibson, fresh off Too Fast, Too Furious. And you have Peter Cullen coming back as Optimus, which was awesome. Was it a great movie? Hell no. Was it enjoyable and fun? Yes. And I remember seeing it on the big screen, and I was like, "Oh man, it's pretty cool." This film came out when I was like what, 2001 or something like that.
It was early, it was like early 2000s.
2007. So I was like 22.
Wow. Feels like it was earlier than that. That's how cool.
Yeah.
There's all those other ones. I mean, there's been like 6 or 7 since that first one.
Yeah, and then they try to come out with some rappers in the second sequel. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then they changed up. They just took away Megan Fox's character because she got into it with Michael Bay. And I don't know. But you know how Megan Fox got this role?
No.
Michael Bay made her wash his car.
Oh, well. There you go.
He's like, if you wash my car, you can get this role. And that's how she got it. But yeah, man, Transformers, man. I mean, how can you not love robots in the skies, man? Come on.
It's true. My cousin, I don't know where he is now, but he was like number 17 in Transformers collections in the United States. He's got glass cases. He's trying to get some pictures from him. Maybe we can come on and talk one day about it. But he's very serious about the Transformers.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm all about the Transformers. The cool thing is too, Tone, we've talked about this before. I love practical effects more than I do CGI. And Michael Bay insisted on using practical effects in this. Megan Fox was throwing 99 in the black this film. Cy Young season. Yeah, she was like,
it's true.
She was smoking, man. And then you saw her thumbs and you're like, what the hell? You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Just look up Megan Fox thumbs. I don't know why my friend sent me that one time, and I was just like, "What?" It's just like she has really big thumbs, and people are freaked out about it. Yeah, she was like the next hot thing out there, and she's a beautiful woman. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, she's making a comeback right now. But yeah, man, Transformers, that was on my list too, Tone. So you plucked one away from me there. But I can go with my next pick, my friend. And that is a film that I didn't think I was going to put on here, but thinking about films that inspired, things that inspired films that came from childhood, not particularly my childhood, but it was something that I watched and has gone super strong even now because my kid's into it and other people are into it, is Pokemon, the first movie. The reason that I remember this film is because my brother was into Pokemon big time. He used to hustle Pokemon. All his double Pokemon cards he used to sell at school. He was getting back mad money. He had all the original Pokemon from the first set, which are worth ridiculous money now. He got rid of all of them, sold them all. But when he was younger, that's what he was into. He begged my mom to take him to see his film. I saw this film with him because he's my little brother. And was it bad? No. Did I know what the hell was going on? Hell no. It was enjoyable, but it's kind of funny how everything starts to come back because now there's new Pokemon out. There was Pokemon Go that I collect a Pokemon. My kid collects Pokemon on it. And now I see a lot of, families doing that together. The revival of Pokemon, I don't know if it really ever died, but it seems like it's coming back stronger now. Has been coming out. And it's kind of crazy. This film, was released in 1999. It was the first time an anime film opened at number 1 in the box office. It made $172 million at the box office and it cost about $30 million to make, which just tells you how big it is. Now I've seen all the episodes because, of course, my son watches all of them. But what about Pokemon, man? Have you gotten the Pokemon?
No, I have not, but I have watched it from afar. I know how big it is, popular. I think family members have played it. Personally, no. But recently when I was at like the store, when I went by like the Pokemon card section, it was cleared out. So like people are still collecting it. Where like all the other cards are all there and then Pokemon's all cleared out. It's like hilarious.
Yeah. It's people are like putting chains on them. Kevin O'Leary, who is drastically trying hard to be relevant again, besides being on Shark Tank, had like the Charizard around his neck.
Charizard.
Scarlet and I still play. Yeah, Baloney. Me and Vinny still do too. We play Pokemon Go. He always wants to trade stuff and whatnot. I don't know half the new Pokemon or what their powers are, but he kind of fills me in on what's going on with that. It's kind of cool, man. To see stuff come back around.
Yeah, it's always cool to see. That's why we're doing this episode. It's cool to see Masters of the Universe come back. It's cool. At first, when you said the movie, I thought you were going to talk about Detective Pikachu.
I like that film too.
That's not bad. That one I thought I would have known a little.
I was going to go with that one, but I went with the one that was nostalgic to me, which is the Pokemon, the first movie.
Hell yeah!
What about your next one, my friend?
Okay, my next movie, we'll just go with that original He-Man Masters of the Universe.
Nice.
Classic. It's got Courtney Cox is in it, does a great job. Dolph Lundgren is in it. He makes a really cool cameo in the new movie. I thought was pretty cool. But just again, Frank Langella is, Skeletor, does a great job. A lot of the side characters, all really awesome for the time period of when it came out. And again, you brought up a little while ago, practical effects. I like the practical effects in the movie. Of course it isn't a A+ movie, but neither is Roadhouse. And I love Roadhouse. So it's fun. It's a fun time.
Yeah, man. And you got Mr. Strickland.
I was actually going to say the same thing.
Hey, Strickland. Whenever I see him, I think of that part. Hey, Strickland. Nah, man, I love He-Man. You got, Dolph Lundgren, who I thought was great. You got Billy Barty. For those who don't know, Billy Barty was like the, besides Warwick Davis, who played Willow. Billy Barty was like one of the bigger Little People actors, like one of the big time ones. And I remember him like he did Rumpelstiltskin. He was in Legend. I always remember seeing Billy Barty.
He eats those ribs in this movie.
Oh yeah, he sells ribs in this movie. He plays what's the name of his character? Gildor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome in it, man. I love Billy Barty. But yeah, this film, like, again, a film that people crapped on when it first came out. I remember seeing this as a kid, dude. Like seeing Skeletor, Frank Langella, when he came out, I thought he looked awesome. Like I thought he was scary looking. You know, the best Skeletor you can look at the time. I don't know how Jared Leto does in the more recent one, but I liked how he did in this one. And then at the end of the film, he's supposed to come back, and it never happened due to the box office and also I think Canon Films went underground. You know, when bankrupt.
Netflix should buy Canon Films. There you go, Netflix. Yeah,
Netflix by Canon. But this goes to another movie that I love to talk about and watch every once in a while, which you make fun of me, is Cyborg, because they used all the set in that film from Masters of the Universe Part 2 in that film, which I thought was pretty funny.
It's great.
But yeah, man, Masters of the Universe, the original, Dolph Lundgren's the man.
Yeah. Just it's really cool. Recently, I've been watching a lot of videos on all the old toys.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing, you look at a lot of these old toys and I wonder, like, or the original Super Mario Brothers. Man, if I just had a copy in a box unopened, I'd be a millionaire, because I just think I saw a copy of like the original Super Mario's, went for a couple $1 million. You look at these He-Man figures and you just said, oh man, wouldn't it have been cool if my parents had extra money and just boxed them, like had them all in boxes? They'd be all worth so much money.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't think about that when you're a kid.
You don't, but it's cool to think if they did think about it. Like you had this room and there's all the toys, and then that was like your inheritance.
Dude, I'm gonna give you a perfect example, dude. So I had over 600, no, maybe 800 Funkos.
Mm-hmm.
I had them all in the package. I never took them out. If I had a double, I give it to Vin, and he would play with it. So I've been trying to get rid of them for a while. I finally sold them to a store, just to get rid of them. But I let him pick out what he wanted to play with. He took, of course, like the big Galactus, this one that was like $50. But I mean, I wasn't getting $50 for it, so he took it out and he played with it right away. And he was like banging his shit out of it, and I was like, man, that sucker stood on my shelf for like like 5 years, none open, and now he's just banging the hell out of it. But that's what kids do. Like I didn't think about saving my stuff pristine, in the.
Well, no.
So.
But my cousins, though, I mean, I'll tell you two situations my cousins have all their original Star Wars figures in their packages. Their parents bought them along with ones that they opened.
So they bought two of them.
So yes, that's what I mean. Like back then, they were like $3.
Oh,
now they're like 12. So like back then, if you were someone who had money and you're like, oh, I'll buy 2 for $6 then, you know what I mean? Like, but and then I know another guy who's got a Michael Jordan doll, but it's got hair. It was like the first year. It's worth a penny, but again, in a box. So those are the type of things. And me though, but you're right. I had a blast with mine. Like all my wrestling figures, I've had them in the rings and wrestling.
Yeah, I know somebody who collected all those, like had all of them in their package. Like all the old LJN, WWF wrestling toys, which is crazy. But this brings me to my next film, my friend, because this film was based off comics, but it had a shitload of toys that inspired a television show, which I was a huge fan of, and I'm sure you were a huge fan of, is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film.
Classic.
I saw this film in theaters. I thought it was badass. It was more edgy than most cartoons or toy films are. You had, more of a darker tone, and I thought it was done really, really well. I know they kind of gone more kid friendly with the more updated one, with the that are actually played by teenagers. But Steve Barron, who directed this film, and he had Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, who were on the that created the Ninja Turtles as the writers. they made more of an edgy Ninja Turtles film, and this film had everything from the fights to the kind of the bad language, even though all it was like damn, but you had like cool parts to it. The way they made you want to see them, like you never saw them right away. You would see like glimpses of them from the first like 15 minutes of the film. They made Shredder look badass to the point where I bought that Shredder figure. I see somewhere back there. I bought that figure, one for me, one for my kid. Yeah, I did one of those things, Tom.
There you go.
His like with that Shredder in that film was badass. With I thought the story was great. You had Elias Costas as Casey.
He's my favorite.
Yeah, which I thought was great. It was just a film that I loved. I still watch this film when it comes on, or I'll pop it on just to watch it with my kid because he likes it. But yeah, you even have a young Sam Rockwell, regular or menthol. He still gets asked about that. He said, I saw him in an interview. He still gets asked about regular or menthol, and he's like, yeah, from Ninja Turtles. People still ask him about it. And then you have Raymond Serra as Chief Stearns, who's from the Police Academy movies. I just really, really like this film. What'd you think about Ninja Turtles? How did it impact you?
Again, very impactful. A huge movie when it came out. Again, back to what you were saying earlier about practical effects. I think the way the turtles look great. For the time period, they look really good, and it's all filmed very well too. Like it holds up.
Yeah, I mean, it made $202 million on a $13 million budget, which is ridiculous. It's also, like I said, it's more closer to the comics because the comics are dark, and this film, is kind of more darker than the lighthearted cartoons. Which brings me to, they're gonna release The Last Ronin, which is a Ninja Turtles graphic novel. A video game is coming out for it that everybody's anticipating, and supposedly there might be a film coming out with it, depending on the success of the video game. Have you read The Last Ronin?
I have not. No.
Do you know the basically the plot of it?
Yep.
Yeah. If you guys don't know what it is, I'm not going to spoil it, but just read up on it. There's going to be supposedly there's supposed to be a video game in production right now for it. But speaking of toys, man, I had all the Ninja Turtle toys, like I had Krang, I had Shredder, I had what's the eyeball,
with the stomach, and he's in the stomach. Is that what you...
No, that's Krang. What was the name of their ship? It was I could see it.
I have a lot of figurines that I'll have to show you sometime because you might be able to tell me who some of these cats are. I got like Toads. I got a bunch of people that were supposedly part of the toy line that I wish. That's why I wish I had the packaging, not even for money reasons, so I knew who the hell half these people were.
Yeah, I mean, I had that. That thing's worth like tons of money now. I also had the first talking toys that weren't talked by buttons. They were talked by these strips. The Turtles had their shells were basically these voice boxes, and you came with these strips, and you would run it through the box, and it would speak in their voice. That was like the first of its kind. And my mom sold them at garage sales, and now they're like $500 a pop.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
The Technodrome, that's what I had. Yeah, I'm just like, man. Now I always joke around with her whenever we have a garage sale. I'm like, man, you remember that time you sold my Ninja Turtle stuff? And she's like, would you stop bringing that up? But it's just a joke because that stuff was worth so much money. But I played the hell out of those toys. Ninja Turtles was like the big thing for us. My friend dressed up as a Ninja Turtle for Halloween. I never did, but I was so into it. I saw this movie. I saw the second one in theaters. And then the third one I was like released to video, so I didn't have to worry about that in theater. But this will always be my favorite Ninja Turtle film. I thought was done very, very well.
Yeah, good pick.
What do you think about the new ones?
Not bad. I think I just watched one of the ones recently. I think Seth Rogen plays Bebop. It wasn't bad.
No, Seamus.
Was it Seamus?
Oh, you mean the newer one with the kids?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the Michael Bay ones. Michael Bay, their turtles look weird.
Oh yeah.
That's with Megan Fox too. But yeah, the Seth Rogen, that one's actually pretty good. I actually like the one that came out, I think in 2007. The one with Mako and
Yes.
it was kind of like it was like animated. I actually
Yeah.
liked that film a lot. Actually, that film was pretty good. It had Sarah Michelle Gellar and Chris Evans in it.
Yeah, those animated ones, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that one, check that one out. That one's a really worth it. It has a pretty good soundtrack too. Cobra Starships on there when they did Rock, which is pretty cool. All right, Tone. Since I lost the film of Transformers, how about you go with your next two?
All right. Let's go first with Battleship.
Oh,
A ridiculous flick that it's like one of those movies where you're just saying to yourself, how did they make this into a movie? And they made it into a movie, and it is ultimately super ridiculous. It's got a ridiculous cast. You get everyone out into the middle of the ocean, and they're just pretty much firing on everyone out there. It's literally just like Battleship in the middle of the ocean and there's aliens involved in this movie, I believe, too. It's ridiculous. Did you see this one in the movie theater?
I didn't see it in the movie theater because I'm like, how the hell are they gonna make this film from this board game? Then I saw that Rihanna was in it, and I'm like, oh my god. Like I had no desire to watch this film. But I watched it. I mean, I thought it was hilarious that Janice is in it from Ghostbusters 2, who is with it's Vito Vigo. But yeah, I mean, you got Alex Skarsgård in this film, Liam Neeson. You got all these actors that are pretty decent actors, but man, I don't know. I don't know where you can go from that.
Didn't do very. What's the word I'm looking for? It didn't. It didn't come out with a sequel. That's generally how you know some of these movies, the success rate of some of them.
The crazy thing is, I'm looking at the budget right now. It was $209 million, and it made $300 million.
Wasn't Peter Berg the director on that? Is that what it says?
Yes, he was.
Yes. So and it's a lot of money. I mean, it's a lot of money for a Battleship. I mean,
oh my god,
I think they could have done something a little bit less.
I bet you that this film, the story for this film was totally different in terms of this is another idea, and they're like, they probably lost the idea or that somebody quit, and they're probably like,
throw Battleship.
Let's turn it into Battleship.
It's like this cyborg taking a Master of the Universe's equipment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone, like, just turn it into Battleship. But yeah, man, I can't. What's your next one?
The next one I have is G.I. Joe. That first G.I. Joe movie that they came out with, which I thought wasn't terrible. You know what I mean? Again, I was huge into G.I. Joe. So much so that I remember sending in some proofs of purchase to get the William Perry G.I. Joe. I just found him. He's sitting over here on the shelf, but it's again, it's another franchise that have tried to come out with another couple movies and just have not been able to hit the success of Barbie. I mean, I think Barbie's a good indication of a lot of money being made. That's what Masters of the Universe wanted to make. But G.I. Joe is up there as toys as pretty popular when I was a kid.
I also had your favorite actor in this film, Dennis Quaid.
That's why I had to bring it up. I have to tell you that I was at one point a huge Quaid head.
Oh my god, man. Quaid. You're correct about Mars, Quaid. So you want me to tell you something?
Please.
When I first saw the trailer for this film, I was like, oh man, they're making a G.I. Joe. And then I saw that Marlon Wayans was one of the soldiers. He was ripcord. And I'm like, yeah, that movie's not going to do great. And I like Marlon Wayans. I was like, I can't take him. But then I watched it. I'm like, it wasn't that bad, man. It wasn't, it had Channing Tatum in it. It had Adewale Abaji, who's He's from Oz. He plays Adebisi, which I thought was it's probably his best role. You know, you got Ray Parks in it as Snake Eyes. The only thing I didn't understand was what the hell they did with Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character. He was the Doctor, and then he became Rex, the Rise of the Cobra, which made no sense to me.
I'll tell you what never made any sense to me. Was this movie and Battleship. I saw them once. I saw them maybe at the theater once. My father owned the DVDs and would fucking watch these movies like. And he never owned the toys. He never owned any of this. He just thought they were okay movies, which to me just blows my wig back that somebody could think that. But as far as toy movies go, I mean, for a while, it was a little sketchy. I mean, you know what I mean? Before like the Lego movie, it wasn't like you came out with a toy movie and it was like immediately a success.
Yeah, this film made money too. It went over budget. It made no, it didn't make double its budget, but it made about 40% of its budget back. 140% of its budget, so about 302 out of 175. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Got your money.
Yeah, so I mean, you got money a little bit more. So I mean, you got Kevin J. O'Connor's in here. Benny from The Mummy.
Oh,
He plays Mindbender. It's just like I don't know, man. Did they even watch the cartoon?
I don't think so. Have you watched any of the sequels?
I watched the one with The Rock when he's Roblox.
Oh yeah.
He like bust out of the hospital.
Yeah.
With a machine gun.
Yeah.
I was like, "Where's Channing Tatum? Does Channing Tatum die in that film?" I don't know, man. But they didn't bring back Marlon Wayans, which was a big disappointment.
Yeah, that was bad.
But the funny thing is, so both the original film and the second one with The Rock got the same rating on IMDb at 5.7. So
yeah, that sounds about correct.
And they both made money. The Rock's movie actually made double its budget, so it made 375 on 130, which I think is pretty good. But yeah, Ray Park, man. Who those who don't know what? Yeah, dude, I just realized. Well, let me go back to what I was going to say. Those who don't know Ray Park, he is Darth Maul. Great martial artist. He plays Darth Maul in the Phantom Menace. Some will say the best part of the Phantom Menace. But what's up with looking at part 2? They had Benny from The Mummy, and then in part 2 they have Arnold Vosloo as Zartan. Were they just like pulling actors from The Mummy and putting them in G.I. Joe sequels?
You know you need to have Arnold Vosloo in your movie. Arnold Vosloo is...
His best role was in Hard Target.
He was amazing in Hard Target. And Lance Henriksen, that's a great one.
Oh my god. I was thinking about Hard Target the other day too, how there's a slow motion of him like kicking that snake. Oh man. But to close out my list, Mr. Tone, I went with a film that I just loved, man. Like, it doesn't get talked about a lot, but I watched it recently and I'm like, man, now I know why I loved it so much. And that is a 1985 film, Clue.
Ooh.
I really, really liked it as a kid. I liked the game. It had one of my favorite character actors in Tim Curry. It had Christopher Lloyd, Michael McKean's in it. You have Colleen Camp, who was Yvette the maid, which I was like, wow, she is like really beautiful. Howard Hasselman is the chief, and those who don't know him, he is Dr. Johnny Fever from WKRP in Cincinnati. You know, everything about it. You know, Martin Mull's Colonel Mustard. I liked it a lot. I just liked the way the film was done. I thought it was excellently done in terms of the layout. It was true to the board game with it was just wacky. Tim Curry is so talented, man. And this film had 3 different endings. And the reason they had 3 different endings was Jonathan Lynn wanted to try to bump up the people watching the film. to go see, hey, if you go see the film again, you might have a different ending. And it actually backfired on them because people didn't want to go see it. But if you watch the film on streaming now, it actually goes through all three endings with the real ending at the end. But I just love the part where Tim Curry is running through the steps before they get to the endings. He's running through his theory, and the way he runs around is great. Yeah, man, Clue. It came out in '85. I still like that game. It just had some like iconic actors in it, and if you haven't seen it, you gotta watch it, man. What do you think about the movie Clue?
Awesome actors row. Me and we talked about it on the Euphoria show. Colleen Camp showed up on there. She's great. Tim Curry, amazing. It's funny that movie needs to be talked about more because it's that good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a film that doesn't get the respect it deserves,
No, it doesn't.
But yeah, you guys should definitely check out Clue if you haven't. It's right up your alley if you like comedic whodunit. It's kind of like it's based off a board game. It's kind of like Knives Out.
It is
a wacky version of Knives Out.
That's
More
good.
wacky.
Good comparison.
Do you have any more, Tone?
I have one more here.
Okay.
1987 film, a trading card series. One of my favorite trading card series of all time. The Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, dude, I was looking at this. And I'm like, should I put that on there? I'm like, nah.
When are we ever going to be able to talk about this movie right now? I was just thinking the other day, I know I have a bucket of cards around here somewhere and I need to find them because they were going through some of these online and some of them are worth a good penny if you have. And I knew I had them at some point. Where they are or what condition they're in, that's a totally different thing. But the movie had a $1 million budget and it made 1.6 million. There's been a couple talks of reboots, but this movie is it's ridiculous. It's pretty much those trading cards come to life in a movie, and it's low B movie quality ridiculousness. But if you do own these cards and you're a fan, it's like the Masters of the Universe original movie. You're gonna like it.
Yeah, it's a cult classic.
Yeah, it's something.
You got Mackenzie Aston in it. You got the characters are ridiculous. The Valerie Vomit, who's played by Debbie Carrington, who most people know is Thumbelina in Total Recall, the little stripper. You got Nat Nerd, Messy Tessie, who was Alligator. That I remember these cards as a kid, and they were like out when my mom was younger too. I don't know how old the cards are, but I remember her showing them to me. And I collected them, and they're pretty disgusting.
85 is when they started. 85,
yeah.
2007. That's when they were.
Yeah, so it kind of makes sense because I was born in 85, and I was 20, so I could see her seeing that when she was younger. But yeah, I remember her showing them to me, and I was like, and I watched the movie, and there's a part where I forget his name, but he like comes out to the crowd when they're at that show, and they're booing him. He's like, "Oh, you want a boobie?" And then he just like rips ass. It's just like there's a part where they're like building stuff and they're putting snots on like the clothes. I'm like, what the hell is this?
This is crazy. You can be arrested in Australia and Mexico if you have those trading cards with you.
What? In Mexico?
Yes, it says in Mexico, due to the approval of a reform to the export and import law banning all representations of minors in a degrading or ridiculous manner, in attitudes or incitement of violence, self-destruction, or of any other form of antisocial behavior, citing Garbage Pail Kids as an example.
Wow.
It's crazy. You get busted crazy for Garbage Pail Kids.
Those bastards.
Hey, I think it's pretty cool, actually.
The funny thing is, reading here, Mackenzie Aston, who is the lead male character, and Katie Barbary, who is the lead female character, were dating and they broke up during the film. This film broke them up, Tone.
Hey, that's believable.
If somebody who's never watched the Garbage Pail Kids came out and was like, "Tell me about it. Give your best description of why they should watch the Garbage. Give your best pitch of why they should watch it."
It's like nothing you've ever seen before. Let's start there. Number two, just the way they put these costumes together. If you're any kind of somebody who likes practical effects, just watching that it's a good time.
Yeah. Man, our childhoods was cool, man.
They were.
It was like really cool. Like the stuff we saw. I don't know if it would ever be, even though now it has more tech and more better looking stuff. I think I would still prefer my childhood of the 80s and 90s.
It was a great time.
Compared to this time. But what you gonna do? So everyone, that is our list of toys that became inspirations for films, or board games that became inspiration for films. Let us know yours in the comments. Shoot us a DM if you have any. Before we get to the Sugar Baggies soundtrack pick of the week to close us out, Mr. Burt, tell everybody what's going on the hookup.
All right. Recently, we released 3 back-to-back shows. Go back and check those out if you can. Talked about the Riot Fest. Talked about a lot of awesome stuff has come out. We got some new stuff coming up. We got our 150th episode that we are currently planning. Stay tuned to that. We also will be doing sometime soon a final James Bond episode with a breakdown of like our favorite top 5s. We're trying to plan that, get that off the ground. So please stay tuned.
Cool. Looking forward to that James Bond episode. Always watch the hookup on music whenever I'm working, just to hear. And so for those who don't know, the hookup on music is a one-man show, and Tony does an excellent job. It's very difficult because if I was doing the one-man show here with movies, we can always play a scene. We can always play a sound bite, and with the music show, you have to cut it off because it's copyright. And you do an excellent job, man. I have to give it up to you because you keep people engaged. You keep me engaged. I've heard other people tell me Cotton's always praised you because he's like, man, it's very, very hard for him to do that show, and he does a really good job of keeping you engaged when he can't play the song.
Well, it's also, I'll be honest with you, lately it's the handicapped of, am I going to be kicked off at every fucking moment? So the first of the 3, it was 8 minutes in, I looked up and it looked like it paused for 2 fucking minutes, and I almost had a coronary. And then what I did was just go through it, and I finished it, and then I took it somewhere else and I spliced it together and made it work. But as far as just going, it's cool because I could do anything. You could say, Tony, I need you to dig a hole in my backyard, and all I need from you is how long are we doing this? And you're like 3 hours. I'm like, all right, I got it. But if you go, I don't know, and I'm just out there shoveling, that's when I get because I don't have a time. So a half-hour show, it's cool because mentally it works out. But that's why I also though like working on a 2-man tantrum like this, because you get to have some laughs, man. We had some laughs.
Yeah, man. Solo shows are hard, man. You do it you do a good job doing it. I like feeding off you as well because I don't like hearing my own voice. Believe it or not, I hate hearing my own voice. But yeah, man, great job. On my end, me and Cotton are scheduled to record Frame for Frame on Sunday. We are doing the original Superman versus the more recent Superman, not Supergirl that just came out, the one before, the first James Gunn Superman that came out. We're going to do Frame for Frame, have those two match up against each other. I just watched the original Superman, and man, I really enjoyed that. Gene Hackman is so good. I'll leave it at that, but we're going to go through a podcast on Father's Day in the morning, and then I'll release it on Monday. So be on the lookout for that on Sadistic Penguin Studios. If you are out there and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We are very, very close to 1,000 subscribers. We're about maybe 25 or 30 away. If you could do that, that'd be great. But besides that, my friend, that's all I have on my end. I know Getting Drafting here is coming back next week, Tuesday, I believe he's planning.
So he said.
It's going to do the Godfather draft, which I was supposed to be a part of that, but I could not. I had some stuff come up, and then the day he's doing it, I'm not gonna be able to do it anyway. But looking forward to it. Adam, I know, is a part of it, and I'm pretty sure he'll put in good showing. Movie buff Adam.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we gotta get him on here too to chop it up with him. I like our the dynamic. I think our dynamic will do really well with him, is to just talk up some trash.
Yeah, definitely.
But with that tone, enough of me rambling on. Let's get to the Sugar Baggy soundtrack pick of the week here, my friend.
Let's do it.
If I can find a damn. Oh, here we go. The Sugar Baggy soundtrack pick of the week.
All right, tonight I thought I'd go with a real cheerful film, Kids. If from 1995, the soundtrack, released in 1995. There's one song that is still played. It's played on XRT all the time. It was played on Q101 quite a lot. It is the song called Natural One. I still have the tape single over here in my tape box. But the whole soundtrack was, a lot of it was Folk Implosion. And one of the guys from Folk Implosion, Lou Barlow, was in the band Dinosaur Jr. This movie, Kids, if you have not seen Kids, this movie was really, really, like, especially in 1995 and 1996, a lot of people were like, this was like the movie everyone was like whispering about for some reason. And then I watched it and I was like, and I know you're going to roll your eyes right now, but I was like, I watch cool shit like Scarf fucks Kids, but you know, Kids is okay. I think a lot of times there are movies where they try to do some crazy stuff just for doing it, to try to get some like, and I know what back then movies like Kids, there's a lot more movies like them now. But the music in here is really good. And this song, Natural One, is always stuck inside my head since it actually came out, a lot more than the movie did. You ever see Kids?
Yeah, I saw Kids. I saw Kids and I was too young to see Kids. It kind of fucked me up watching Kids. It's one of those shock films, from the 90s. Those films that try to teach you a lesson,
Like
that
the
go
Requiem
way over the top. Say it again.
Like the Requiem for the Dreams.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that movie before Requiem. It was before, but it's like kind of like in that nature of the film. Natural One is a really good tune, but looking at like their soundtrack here, you got Powell that was on the film, right? Beastie Boys, In the Threes, What You Want by Nine, Word is Bond, Round Side of the Tracks. Like you got a lot of John Coltrane, and then you have Casper that was played in the film. It's not that soundtrack, but you got was played in the film. The movie, it doesn't hold up today. It's still one of those shock films, but soundtrack is pretty good. I really like the soundtrack of this film.
Well, it's crazy because like a lot of these people who were actually in the movie, like one of the kids actually didn't make it past 25, and it's like sometimes when they make these movies and some of these kids, like they like, I don't want to use the term glorify some of this stuff, and then they actually become part of it. And I think that's really kind of like what makes the movie a little bit more probably lasting, is that like someone like Chloe Savini probably has a lasting memory of being in a movie like this.
Well, even Rosario Dawson, she plays
Rosario Dawson too. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Chloe Savini. Oh man, Chloe Savini. Boys Don't Cry.
Boys Don't Cry. That's a
it's a movie. Casper, Justin Pierce. He didn't. He passed away. He was Roach.
Yes.
From Next Friday. Yeah, man. Not to go into, I don't want to get depressing mood, but this film is the fucking depressing. It is shocking. Like, I don't know, man. They basically said, make something that's, is going to scare the shit out of people and do it times 100. Especially young kids. Oh, if you do this, it's kind of one of those, like, this is your brain on drugs times 100. Those commercials. That's what it is. That's basically what it was. So you haven't seen Kids, check it out. Listen to the music on the soundtrack. Good pick, Tone.
That's how, and it's a good point you brought that up real quick, is that you know, honestly, some of my greatest lessons on what not to do have been from movies. You know, I got to sit down and watch this and Requiem for a Dream back to back, and you're like, okay, I'm going to be the nicest person ever. You know what I mean? I'm never going to drink a beer ever again. You know what I mean? It's interesting.
Yeah, and the fact that you say that, you know, I was looking back at Bad Boys today, not the Martin Lawrence film, the Sean Penn.
Excellent movie.
Sean Penn and
Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown.
Morales.
Yeah, he said Bob.
Bob, he's great.
And there's no real like good character in that film. They're all have issues. Like they're all done horrible things. You know, Sean Penn from killing Eastside Morales' brother on accident, to Eastside Morales, you know, assaulting Sean Penn's girlfriend to get back at him. There's no real. I guess maybe the counselor who's played by the guy from Cobra.
That's true.
Is the only good part in there, but I mean,
well, actually, Clancy Brown's hair in that movie it's off the chain. It's like fro and curly, and it's he fuckhead. Because of Rennie Stantoni is his name, the actor's name. He plays Gonzalez in Cobra. Yeah, he's good.
But there's no really good person in that film, and I think of like how many films can you really think of now where there's like an anti-hero, a real anti-hero that's not really a good person that you watch. You know, I mean, even in TV shows, like look at The Sopranos. We all love Tony Soprano, but Tony Soprano's a horrible character, a horrible person.
At least someone to look up to. Stop it.
No, even Walter White from Breaking Bad. Like, how many shows now have that aspect in it?
Majority of shows.
Really?
Well, I mean, no, I mean, a majority of the people aren't good, like you're saying, like you're describing. Like we idolize them, but they're not good people.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like that's pretty crazy. Like how they did back then. If you haven't seen Bad Boys, check that film out. Sean Penn, Sean Penn.
In the Honeymooners, you know, they made like, you know, because he said you're gonna go to the moon. That was like the worst thing he did, and he's like, oh man, he's a bad person. And then like Walter White's literally selling out his family. Yeah,
you're gonna go to the moon, Alice.
Yeah, that's it. You know, I mean that was like, whoa, this guy, don't mess with him. Tony.
Dude, I forgot Cameron's in Bad Boys.
Oh yeah, he is.
Cameron. Well, enough of us rambling. That's our show. We got under the 2-hour mark. Sorry, Cotton. But we are at an hour and a half here, Tone. We'll be back in a couple weeks. We will be back. We're back to a regularly scheduled program. We got some fun stuff coming up. Some stuff in the can that I'm trying to work on. I know Tony's trying to work on. Maybe some fun guests coming on, and some old segments coming back. So appreciate you guys listening. If you haven't, check out and buy the 8-bit tee on the sadisticpenguin.printify.me store. It's the At the Show podcast one. Get it out there. Get it. If you can't get it,
stupid fucking game.
The White Sox lost today. So
did they lose the game off?
Yeah, they lost 4-3. I was watching the game too earlier. Go White Sox. First place White Sox. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. You guys take it easy.
Good night.
Thanks for listening to the At the Show podcast, a Sadistic Penguin Studios production.
Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?